Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel after a really long time. I've been meaning to record this video for quite some time now, but something just always kept coming in the way. But finally I'm here to do a pick a card tarot reading for the year ahead. My name is Mehek and I use the tarot as a psychospiritual tool for intuitive guidance and inspiration. So if you enjoy that, I would love to have you as a subscriber. And without any further ado, let me introduce you to the piles in this video. The first pile of cards is this one, symbolized by this green crystal. The second pile is this purple amethyst crystal. And lastly, the third pile is this rose quartz crystal. So you can take a moment to tune in and see which of these three piles are kind of calling to you, or whichever you feel drawn to. And then you can use the timestamps in the description box below this video to jump ahead to get your reading. You can pause the video if you need some more time to select your piles. Hi Group 1, if you picked this green crystal or the first pile of cards, then this is going to be your reading. Let's see what the tarot cards have in store for you. So you got the Ace of Swords and the Four of Coins and the Ace of Wands. So immediately what I can get from this reading is that 2025 is going to be a year of a lot of fresh starts for you. I think you're really clearing your mind and utilizing your creative energies to begin some new projects and take your life in a whole new direction. The Ace of Swords is about clearing any mental confusion, cutting away all the things that are no longer serving you, letting go of the thoughts that hold you back, and really finding a vision for yourself and clearing your head to focus on what is most important to you. At the same time, the Four of Coins represents sort of financial stability, which is great news for you. You may be feeling more confident with your finances and your money, and you may reach a place of being very comfortable and stable. But at the same time, this card is also a warning to not be very insecure or stingy with your money. It's good to be generous. It's good to spend money on the things that bring you joy. So remember to keep this energy of flow when it comes to your finances or any other things in your life. When you have an excess, it's good to give to others. It's always nice to spend time and your resources on things and people and causes that matter to you. So remember not to hold on too tightly to anything that you have, and instead be in this energy of gratitude and welcome the flow of material things into your life. With the Ace of Wands, it symbolizes a spark of creative energy and this newfound passion to pursue the things that maybe you've been putting off in this past year and before that. 2025 is calling you to really listen to your ideas, to put pen on paper or to put brush to paper and just express yourself in all the ways that you feel called to. Both the ace cards represent new beginnings, and so I'm sure there are going to be some new projects for you to work on. It also represents this energy of focus and a lot of work to be done. So I'm sure this year is going to be a busy one for you. And there's not much focus on the emotional aspect of things. So maybe relationships are not going to be the focus of this year for you, but rather it's going to be one where you really buckle down and focus on your goals, on your dreams, and doing the work to achieve the things that you want to achieve. You're being encouraged to find stability in all the things that you do. So before making any decisions, I would advise that you do your research well. Don't act on impulses, but rather take logical, practical steps towards any kind of decisions that you need to make. Really focus your time and energy in meaningful ways. So you need to cut out the clutter from your life, whether it's actual physical clutter or like mental clutter, like the thoughts that keep bothering you. It's time to work through them and let go of all those limiting beliefs and negative thought patterns that seem to, restrict you from going in the directions that you want to. Sometimes there are lots of activities and events or even people who kind of take up our time meaninglessly. So the Ace of Swords is calling you to reassess that and to take control of your time and your resources so that you're not wasting them away on things that are not really serving you in any way. So if you have like some friends or acquaintances who tend to take up too much of your time, or you feel like there's a lack of balance when it comes to your interactions with others, this is a chance to, cut away a little bit of those things that are not serving you anymore. So maybe you would want to spend less time, just listening to other people's problems, if that's what you always find yourself doing. Or if you're always the one giving your time to your family, then maybe you want to reclaim some of that time for yourself so that you can direct it towards, doing the things that really matter to you at an individual level. So it's going to be more of an individualistic year rather than one of collaborating with others. And I'm wishing you so much luck with that. We'll move on to see some more cards to get more messages for your year. So these three cards are from the Sea Soul Oracle deck. You got pause and it says, may moments of calm sustain you. Next, you got receive. And it says, may you know you are worthy of the gift. And lastly, you got persist. May your ripples build the swell. So group number 1, I want you to remember these 3 words as sort of keywords for your year ahead. Maybe you can write them down in your planner or journal and keep coming back to them whenever you need it. So you need to remember to cultivate calm and peace in your life. As I said earlier, put a pause on the activities that are kind of draining you and are not really contributing to your life anymore. And take those moments of stillness to really reflect and to cultivate peace within yourself, because that is so important whenever we are working towards something and want to improve our life and achieve the things that we set our heart to. At the same time, you need to be receptive to receive the gifts that the universe brings your way. A lot of times we feel guilty or shameful about good things that may happen to us, and we might feel like internally unworthy of them. So, this card is a call to remember that it's okay to accept the good things that come to you, you are worthy of them. And if they're like unexpected blessings or even some unexpected money that comes your way, receive it with grace and gratitude and really cultivate this energy of receiving in your life. Lastly, you have to remind yourself to persist. Of course, it's never all smooth sailing in this journey that we are on, and challenges will always come your way. They're always going to be blocks or some kind of problems that you need to overcome, but you have to remind yourself to persist through it all. And you're here for the long game, so keep going at it. Do not give up on the things that you desire and want to achieve for yourself. Now let's look at some affirmations that you can practice saying in this year. The first affirmation you got is, I am worthy of success. And I think that builds so well on what I was just saying about being open to receiving and to working on your self-worth. So remember that you are worthy of success and practice saying this out loud to yourself whenever you can. You can remind yourself, I'm worthy of success in any moments that you feel kind of limited or blocked. Let's get another affirmation for you. Oops. You got, my energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. So again, this is calling you to streamline your energy and to really focus on the things you want. So you can practice saying this out loud too and remind yourself whenever you need it that your energy creates your reality. And lastly, we'll get one last affirmation. Again, I trust that I'm capable of achieving my dreams. So I think all these three affirmations kind of fall within the same bracket, reminding you that you're worthy of success and of achieving your dreams, but you need to focus your energy on really making those happen for you and making your life work for you in the way that you want. So I'm wishing you all the very best with that. Now we're going to go on to the astrology cards and let's see what kind of astrology might be influencing you this year. Okay, so you got the 9th house of quest and adventure. Along with that, you got the planet of Uranus. So together, these two cards are reminding you that it's okay to step out of your comfort zone, and in fact, it's quite necessary sometimes. So don't be afraid to go on adventures, to try new things, and to really stand out from the crowd when it comes to doing what you want in this one lifetime that we have. As you can see on this card, the keywords are change and liberation. So you're being invited to embrace that energy in your life and make a change instead of doing the same old. Be bold enough to make new beginnings when it comes to your mental processes and your creativity and how you show up in this world. At the same time, don't be afraid to travel and to try new things, to explore new horizons, as I think this is going to be a year of a lot of expansion for you. Now let's look at the zodiac signs that might be important to you in this year. So you got Scorpio and you got Pisces and you got Cancer. So you might belong to one of these zodiac signs, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, or you might know someone who belongs to these signs and they might play a significant role in your life this year. What's interesting is that you got all of the water signs show up for you. So the water signs are these really deep emotional signs. And so this year might be about really expressing yourself emotionally and getting to the depths of who you really are. As we saw in this first tarot card that you got, the Ace of Wands is about creative expression, and it's really important to tap into your deepest emotions to really express yourself in authentic ways. So I hope you have the courage to do that, and I'm wishing you so much luck with that. Now let's look at some places that might be important to you in this year. These cards are a bit difficult to shuffle, but just bear with me. Okay, so this one came up face up and you got Lithuania. Okay, you got two together, so you got Sweden and you got Poland. So these three European countries might be of some significance to you in this year. You might be hearing some news about them that play a role in your life, or you might be traveling there, meet someone from there. So just keep your eyes and ears open for a mention of these three countries in this coming year. Lastly, I'm going to do a fun bit of the reading. So these are the fortune cards, and basically you can think of a yes or no question. So any question to which you want like a yes or no answer, and focus on that question, and then I'll pull out a card that gives you an answer. Please bear in mind that this is just for entertainment and fun, so don't take it to heart if you don't get the answer that you want, but it can be like a fun way of confirming something that's on your mind. So, oops. So let me shuffle. Focus on the question that you want a yes or no answer to. Oops, okay. So that card wanted to come out, and it very simply says yes, and that is in Spanish and Catalan. So, yeah, whatever question you had, I think the universe is saying that the answer is yes, and I hope that's what you wanted to hear. But like I said, if it's not, please don't take it to heart. That's just for fun. I hope you've enjoyed this reading, and if yes, I would love it so much if you left me a comment or give me a thumbs up on this video. I would deeply appreciate that. I'm wishing you all the best for this new year, wishing you so much love and light, and I hope to be making new videos. So, see you there. Hi, Group 2. If you chose this amethyst crystal or the second pile of cards, then this is your reading for the year ahead 2025. Let's see what your tarot cards have for you. So, you got the Five of Swords, you got the Nine of Cups, and you got the Eight of Coins. So what I'm getting from these cards is that a lot of you currently may be in this sort of grieving energy or the space of letting go and trying to get over certain things. You may have faced some kind of heartbreaks or rejections, and there's a lot that you're trying to let go of or move on from, and maybe that's been a challenging journey for you. But what these cards are trying to indicate is that even when we're in this space of sadness or grief, there are also other things that we can put our focus towards. We need to guide ourselves towards looking at all the opportunities that come out of something falling through. So, whether this is like a job that you lost or whether it's a relationship that's come to pass, you need to see that everything that the universe clears from our life leads to certain new opportunities coming through. Of course, that's not to say that you don't take the time to grieve and that you don't honor your feelings. It can be a very complicated process, and you have to honor that. You have to feel your feelings and go through that journey that it takes all of us. But at the same time, the Nine of Cups is showing you that there are a lot of other things in your life that are worth appreciating and valuing, and that you can focus your attention on to help in your healing journey. One analogy that I personally like using is that within each of us is the child version of us, so this inner child. And a lot of times, the way we respond to things, it's based on what this inner child of ours is feeling rather than what we as our grown up adult selves are feeling. So, this child within us will, of course, focus a lot on the things that are hurting it, on all the things that it doesn't like, and the things that are causing it so much pain. But we, as our adult selves, we need to kind of take the hand of this child and comfort it and guide it towards the things that are actually going well, towards the things that are worth valuing in our life. So you can imagine it as sort of holding your inner child's hand and guiding it towards a better place. It can be really easy to live in this place of being hurt, being sad, feeling rejected, feeling betrayed. But at some point, you have to guide yourself out of that, and you need to focus your attention to different things. And that's the only way that you can proceed in your healing journey and move forward and try to go towards the other things, the new things that are coming into your life. To speak of the Eight of Coins, I think 2025 is going to be this year where you'll be required to water the seeds of your dreams and really tend to everything that you want to create in your life. This is a card of working hard and having patience, similar to when we plant things in our gardens. They require care, they require a lot of attention from us. So it's the same with the goals and the visions that we want to manifest in our life. We need to pay attention to them. We need to consciously fix our thought patterns. We need to focus our energies towards making things happen. And I think this year is going to be that year in which you reclaim your energies and pour them into really doing the things that fulfill you and that are going to carry you forward in this life. So basically, this reading is saying that yes, you may not be in the best of mind spaces right now. You may not be feeling great emotionally. But remember that there's a lot of abundance in your life, regardless of that. Like, two things can be true at once. Like, you may be in a painful situation, but at the same time, they may also be a lot of positive things. And it's your job to focus your attention on the positive things, to express your gratitude for them. And that's how you're going to keep moving forward and healing. And at the same time, you need to prepare yourself to tend to the garden of your dreams and keep focusing your attention on the things that that really matter to you. Let's add to this reading with some more cards. These are from the Sea Soul Oracle deck, and you got free. It says, "May your soul sing freely." You also got the card that says, "Allow," and it says, "May you soften into what is." And lastly, you got hope. "May the horizon always sustain you." So I want you to remember these three words as sort of keywords for your year ahead. Maybe you can write them down in your diary or your planner and keep coming back to them whenever you need. So, to start with, this is a year when you need to free yourself of these things that have been really keeping you down and keeping you in this negative emotional space, in this painful emotional space. So, you need to remind yourself that you are capable of being free of that pain and that hurt and moving forward. At the same time, this is a card of acceptance. So, the only way we can heal from things is when we accept them completely and radically. So, allow things to be the way they are and don't resist them. Accept the situations that have come into your life and then consciously decide to move forward and navigate them in a way that best suits you. Lastly, with the hope card, you're being reminded to keep the hope alive. A lot of times we can get stuck in these negative patterns and these cycles of feeling like we're going nowhere and we're making no progress, but you have to keep the hope alive and know that better things are coming your way. Change is the only constant in life. It sounds like a cliche, but I mean, it is true, right? You cannot stay in the same place all the time. You cannot always have the same exact reality. Things are always changing. And with that change, you need to keep the hope alive that it's going to be the best kind of change for you and that you're going to have a beautiful year ahead. Now, let's look at some affirmations for you in this year ahead. So you got, "I carry love and kindness in my heart. I trust the timing of my life. Everything I want comes to me exactly when I need it. And I am deserving of all the good things that come my way." So you can write these affirmations down too, and you can practice saying them as much as you can just to reinforce those positive ways of thinking. So you're being reminded to always come from a place of love and kindness, even when you feel hurt, when you feel like you're in a really bad emotional state. You can still channel that love and kindness, and that is going to really help with your healing journey. Of course, it's really important to also trust that whatever is happening, there is some larger reason behind it, and that everything will come to you in perfect timing. Also, work on your self worth. Remember that you are worthy of good things and they will come your way. and things come in phases, right? So even if you're not enjoying this phase of your life, it will eventually change, and you have to keep that hope alive that you're worthy of better things and they will come to you in due time. Now I'm going to look at some astrology cards to get more messages for you. So you got the ninth house of quest and adventure. And that is so interesting because even the first pile got that same card. So I think for a lot of us, this year is going to be about expanding our horizons, stepping out of our comfort zones, and going on new exciting journeys and adventures. And you got the moon card, which is about instinct and protection. So the moon card is asking you to trust in your instincts and maybe to kind of get in touch with your subconscious beliefs and thought patterns. So try and examine what kind of thought patterns are leading you in your everyday life and where your behavior really stems from. So try and question yourself when you respond to things in certain ways, like why exactly are you responding this way? What's causing it? And maybe you can write about this in your journal and try to understand yourself better. So this is a year when you can gain a lot of self-awareness. At the same time, don't be afraid of trying new things and going in new directions. It can be so easy to stay within our comfort zones, to do the things that feel familiar, to stay in the places that feel familiar. But when you get the opportunity, try and embrace this energy of newness in your life and say yes to maybe things that you wouldn't have said yes to before. And that could lead you in some exciting new directions, perhaps. Now, let's look at some zodiac signs that might be of significance to you this year. So you got Capricorn, you got Sagittarius, and you got Aries. So you might belong to one of these zodiac signs, or there may be someone in your life or someone coming into your life who has one of these zodiac signs, and they may play a significant role in your life in the coming months. Now let's look at some places that could be significant to you this year. You got Germany, you got the Czech Republic. The cards are just like flying out for you. So you got two cards, you got Switzerland and Spain. So I think you might meet someone significant from one of these countries. You might belong to these countries, or you might be traveling to one of these countries. You might even just hear some news about it that is significant to you. So just keep your eyes and ears open for a mention of any of these four countries this year. Now, lastly, we're going to a fun part of the reading in which I want you to think of a question for which you'd like a yes or no answer this year. And then I'm going to shuffle these fortune cards and pull a card to answer your question. Please keep in mind that this is just a light-hearted part of the reading, and don't take things to heart if you don't hear what you'd like to. So basically just think of a question for which you'd like a yes or no answer and focus on that while I shuffle the cards and get an answer. And you got this card which says, my reply is no. So I think the answer to the question you're thinking about is no, but remember that these are just cards and this is just for fun and to keep it lighthearted. So even if that's not the answer you want to hear, please don't take it to heart. I hope you've enjoyed this reading, and if you have, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps me. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I hope to be making a lot more readings for you in the coming months. I'm wishing you all the best with 2025 and stay safe and take care. Hi, Group 3. If you chose this rose quartz crystal or the third pile of cards, then this is going to be your reading. Let's see what the tarot cards have in store for you. So, you got the Two of Swords, you got the Death card, and you got the Page of Swords. So, right off the bat, I just want to reassure you that please don't feel afraid or anxious seeing the Death card. This definitely does not mean that something scary is going to happen or that you're going to lose somebody, but rather, death is just a metaphor for transformation. So, what this reading is telling me is that this new year is going to bring some big change to your life. And perhaps it's a change that you've been waiting for or that you really need in order to move forward and start a new chapter in your journey. With the Two of Swords here, I think a lot of you may currently kind of be stuck in decision making mode. Maybe you have like two options, or even more than two. Maybe you have like a multitude of options in front of you, and you've just been very confused or overwhelmed about which one to choose. And you're in this kind of decision fatigue in which you really can't make a choice. But maybe this year is going to be about finally making that decision and sticking with your choice. And as a consequence of that, you will be letting go of something and ending something so that something new can begin. I can speak from personal experience that when we have a set of choices in front of us, it can just feel so daunting to pick one because you feel like I'm going to let go of what could have been if I took the other path. And all those unknowns can be a big source of anxiety and even sorrow because you're not sure whether you're making the right decision or basically which path you should pick. Of course, nobody is going to make that decision for you, and it's totally up to you what feels right. I think you really need to tune into your intuition and use both your gut knowing as well as your logical mind to come to a conclusion about what choice truly feels right to you. But you need to remind yourself that you can't make everyone happy, and in the same way, you cannot choose all the things that are in front of you. So, when you make a decision, it has to be one particular choice, and then you need to make peace with letting go of what could have been if you took the other choice, right? So basically, these cards are kind of encouraging you to tap into your inner knowing and really go ahead and take that bold step of making a choice that you need to make. I think you have like delayed it enough and you can't keep putting it off. So you need to come out of this stuck energy and make a decision. And then just know that you have the strength and resilience to let go of what could have been and you're ready for that change that could come into your life. So just be in this positive energy of welcoming change, and I'm sure it's going to be the right kind of change for you. At the same time, you got the Page of Swords, and the pages in tarot are these cards that represent some kind of new, vibrant, youthful energy that comes into our lives. It could be in the form of a new person that you meet, or some kind of, opportunity that just crops up out of the blue. So, with the Page of Swords here, you can rest assured that no matter which decision you make, there is going to be something good coming out of it. And you will be given this new opportunity, a new chance that maybe you hadn't even foreseen. So, have confidence in yourself and go ahead and make the choice that needs to be made. And just know that this year is bringing you some big new change and some new opportunities that are going to take you forward in your journey. Let's look at some more cards to add to that. So these are from the Sea Soul Oracle deck, and you got compassion, and it says, may you tend to the suffering. You also got love, and it says, may you dive deep into your passions. And lastly, you got lightness, And it says, "May the light lift you to the surface." So I think these two cards are talking a lot about self-compassion and self-love. When we're stuck in this decision fatigue kind of energy, it can be really difficult to have some compassion for ourselves. You might be judging yourself, you might be shaming yourself, you might be putting so much pressure on yourself to make the right decision or to move forward in some way. But you have to remember that you're human after all, and it's okay to feel this way sometimes, to feel stuck or trapped and not know what to do. And you need to have compassion for that. You need to respect that this is part of your journey, and just take it easy, like take it one day at a time. Have some patience with yourself and know that you're doing the best you can. So you can't really force some things. When it's time to make a decision, the right option is going to come to you and you'll know what to do. So have that compassion in mind. At the same time, come from a place of love rather than fear. A lot of times, we can let all our like irrational fears kind of take control of our mind, and they end up determining what decision we take. But this is telling you to focus more on love and ignore the fears. Don't let them drive your decision making process. And I'm sure when you come from a place of love, you can make a much more balanced and fruitful decision for yourself. Lastly, the lightness card is reminding you that things don't need to be so heavy. You don't need to carry everything that you are. You can let go and just embrace this energy of lightness. It's sometimes things seem like they're life or death situations, or that your entire future depends on something, but maybe it's not that serious. And just take a decision and then stick with it, and you'll feel much lighter. Now I'll get some affirmation cards for you. So you got, "I have all the quality and strengths needed to fulfill my dreams." Then you got, "I stand up for what I believe in." And you got, "I can forgive myself and others." So you can write down these affirmations and practice saying them every day or as often as you can remember. This one is talking about reminding yourself that you have everything that it takes to make any decisions that you need to and to fulfill all the goals that you set for yourself. So remind yourself that you have all the quality and strengths that are required and you don't need anything else. The timing is right and you just have to go for it. At the same time, you have to stand up for what you believe in, and you probably already do, but you need to reaffirm to yourself that you have the confidence to do that and that everything is working out just the way it's supposed to. Lastly, you're being called to kind of forgive yourself and for others. Maybe you are a bit mad at yourself for being in this situation which you hadn't anticipated, or you're mad at others who may have contributed to you being here. So it could be like maybe your family or your parents or your partner. And we have this tendency to hold grudges or like to blame others for certain situations that it seems like if they acted differently, we would be in a different place. But that doesn't really help your situation, does it? So, this card is reminding you to embrace this energy of forgiveness and to forgive both yourself and others. So, practice saying this as much as you can, and you're going to feel a lot better and lighter. Now, let's look at some astrology cards to get more messages for you. So you got the 10th house of career and social status. And along with that, you got Jupiter, which is the planet of growth and opportunity. So Maybe this choice that we've been talking about, this decision that we've been talking about, I think maybe it's related to your career or what you're doing with your life, like your life purpose. And with the appearance of these two cards, I think this year is calling you to focus a lot on your career and your opportunities. Jupiter is a planet of prosperity, and maybe it's bringing you good luck and new opportunities that are going to help you advance, that are going to help you reach the place that you've really been striving for. So that's really good news. And I think this year is encouraging you to continue working hard and to focus on your career, and you're sure to get rewarded for all your hard work. Now let's look at some zodiac cards to see which zodiac signs might be of significance to you this year. So you got Leo, Cancer, and Scorpio. So I think you might belong to one of these zodiac signs, or someone who plays a significant role in your life, maybe of one of these zodiac signs. Or you might even meet someone new who is from these zodiac signs, and they may be an important part of your life this year. So watch out for them. Now let's look at some places that might be of significance to you. Well, this one fell right out, and it's South Korea. Okay, I think some cards just fell out, so I'm gonna take those. And you got a lot, so I think I'll just take like the top two. So South Korea, Japan, and Cyprus. So I think Asia is going to be really important in your life this year. Maybe you're going to travel there, or you might meet someone from there or get some new opportunities there. Maybe you'll be traveling there for work or some career opportunities. And along with South Korea and Japan, you also got Cyprus. And I've always really wanted to visit Cyprus, so maybe one of you will be visiting there, or you might get to know someone who is from Cyprus. So keep your eyes and ears peeled for these three places. Now I'm going to move on to the final part of the reading, and this is kind of a light-hearted segment in which I'm just going to pull one of these cards which have like yes or no answers on them. So I want you to think of a question to which you would like to get like a yes or no answer, and then focus on that question, and I'm going to shuffle the cards and pull out an answer for you. Of course, this is just for fun, and I don't want you to take it too seriously if you don't hear the answer that you're hoping for. So yeah, just focus on a question to which you'd like an answer, and I'm going to pull a card to answer it. And you got depends on the day. So it's not a clear yes or no, and the cards are saying that, yeah, it depends. I hope that has helped you in some way. If you enjoyed this reading, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps me. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here, and I'm hoping to put out a lot more readings soon. I'm wishing you so much love and luck with this new year, and take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.